Oh, God. Who do we want to do first? Muckman, Ratchet, Trapjaw. Muckman. Nistuff. Hey, what's up? So Super 7 Ultimates figures are destroying me right now. They're just so good. But one of the first ones to catch my eye was Muckman. And also, he was on sale at the time, so it was basically a no-brainer, right? As I said in the previous Turtles video, there was one fateful day though. We had a great big garage sale and my parents convinced me to sell all my Turtles figures for like $0.25 each. I don't know why, since they're the ones who bought them for much more than that, probably a year or so earlier, but anyway, that was the end of my Turtles journey. But one of the figures I distinctly remember loving from that brief time was Muckman. I don't really remember seeing him in the cartoon. All I remember was that horrible face and his weird little friend, and also how you can see straight through him. What a beautiful freak, right? But yeah, let's check out all the Muckmen I got. First up, the original one. So this isn't the one I had as a child because it got sold at a garage sale. You know the drill. But, you know, he is mine now. That's good enough, right? Then again, I did get this one off eBay, so I guess technically there's a chance this could be my old one from the garage sale. A small chance, but still a chance, right? But regardless, here he is. He's looking grosser than ever. This era of toy sculpting is just pretty nuts, man. Like, look at all the textures on this thing. It's out of this world. Like, as a child, I wasn't aware, but Playmates was really pushing the boundaries back in the day. Molding this shit up must have been a nightmare. Articulation's serviceable. He's got ball-jointed hips, swivels all over the place. It's totally and completely fine. He came with the blaster, and it's a crazy-looking unpainted mishmash of stuff you'd find at the dump. But also, it's got... oh my god. But also it's got 2 holes straight through it. That's like some serious dedication to the craft, right? He's got a little friend, and his name's Eyeball Joe. He's a completely static, unpainted minifigure, and he's just great. I actually have a bunch of these guys. They're like the sole survivors of the Great Turtle Purge of '92. But yeah, they're pretty awesome. Eyeball Joe can hang out in Muckman's garbage can. It's pretty good, like a baby kangaroo, right? These guys are just insane, man. The 80s and 90s were a crazy time. But a pretty serious problem with these old figures is they get tacky and sticky over time. It's just because the plastic wasn't cured right, or it's like degrading because it's been like 30 years, you know? So I did some research on how to de-stickify some figures. And it turns out it's pretty easy. With a combination of dish soap, Windex, antibacterial wipes, and a toothbrush, the stick is officially no longer an issue. For now. It's not necessarily a cure, as it is an ongoing treatment. So whenever they get a little sticky, hit them with this, and they'll be good as new. Also, check out this toothbrush. This was white when I started. Yeah. Here they are with some other figures. It's pretty good, right? Next up, the socket popper. I don't know about you guys, but this dude totally counts in my book. It's like, yeah, it's not an official TMNT Muckman, but look at him. He is 100% without a doubt a Muckman. So, what are we doing? Let's just cut that out. Don't put that in. The best way for me to describe socket poppers is they're Glyos figures before Glyos figures were Glyos figures.
The ones who came before.
So you can rip their arms off, their legs, their heads off, and you can pop them onto other socket popper figures. The only downside is you're shoving round PVC pegs into square hard plastic holes. Yeah, these dudes lost their pegs on a daily basis. But I mean, come on, look at these guys together and tell me they're not related. That's right. You can't. Next up, the Ultimates one. Cardboard, inner sleeve, inner box, figure, accessories. It's plastic perfection. Just look at this guy. My gosh, he's incredible. For starters, here he is with the original figure. This is what toy people live for, you know? An impressive recreation of the... An impressive recreation of the original with modern articulation and modern paint. It's heavy, it's quality, and it's one of the best things I've ever bought. Hyperbolic as that may seem, this dude's really doing it for me. Eyeball Joe's all painted up and looking sick. Here he is with the unpainted original. Love it. He's got the garbage can, that classic tummy hole, the sewer cover foot, dead frog, earthworm, exposed bones, alternate hands, that bazooka weapon. It's just great, man. Here he is with some other figures, and here he is with the original. Legendary stuff, man. Next up, the NECA ones. Quick disclaimer, NECA stuff has been hit or miss for me in the past. They make beautiful stuff, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of delicate and sometimes breaks straight out the packaging. That being said, these guys are awesome. We got the standard version and the glow-in-the-dark version. So these guys are done up in that cartoon style, much less detailed than the original figures, more rounded, a little more friendly looking too. Articulation's pretty good on these guys, no tummy hole, but that's fine. He's got a mirror instead. He's actually got a lot less dead stuff on him across the board, like no frog, no worms, no exposed bones. It's mostly just old food and garbage cans. They both came with a blaster, Eyeball Joe's, a garbage can, and some slime. The Joe eyeballs are looking good. The green version's weirding me out a bit, you know? But it's a welcome addition to the ever-growing eyeball clan. Here's all the blasters we got, and they're all pretty different. The original was like ketchup bottles and cans and stuff. These new ones are like some kind of sci-fi thing. But let's talk about the glow-in-the-dark for a second. I was pretty skeptical that it actually glowed, since I hit it with my phone and nothing seemed to happen. But it turns out that it's just not a very good glow-in-the-dark figure. Like, it goes nuts when you hit it with a black light, but glowing on its own, not so much. Usually glow-in-the-dark stuff's this milky, dull chartreuse color, so I don't know how NECA got this dark translucent green to glow a little bit, but props, you know, props to you guys. But yeah, these two are pretty good. Here they all are together. What a big pile of nasty boys, right? And that's it. That's all of them I got. Muckman! And Eyeball Joe's. They're pretty great, but you know what they say. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and these guys are literally made of trash. So, you know, make something of that. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment, Instagram, Twitter. You know what to do. All right. Bye. We'll start at the very beginning and work our way back to present day. We'll start at the very beginning and work our way back to present day. We'll start at the very beginning. I don't even need this part. Fuck it. Eyeball Joe can hang out in Muckman. We got the standard version. All right, I think something's there. That's good. Thank you. Goodbye.